Now, when we read a new book, when we watch a new video, go to a new workshop or event or a new podcast or something, we come across a new idea that we like, we tend to have the misconception that I'll get to be able to love myself and like the version of myself that I am when I'm able to change this, right? And then we think that we need to study ourselves more. And we need all these little diagrams and exercises that people will teach us, and we have ideas on how to get there. And we think that the more that we analyze ourselves, right? And we basically kind of dissect ourselves under a microscope, that we'll get to the version that we have in our minds that, yes, that's the version that I like, that's the version that I want, that's the version when I'll be able to love myself, when I'll be able to accept myself. And we have that idea, the misconception in our mind. And then we think that, well, we might not even realize it consciously, but we're basically rejecting parts of ourselves, pushing away the parts that we don't like so that we can become the gorgeous, beautiful, amazing version that we hope we can be. Now, there's a phrase, I don't know if it's a quote or just a saying or a phrase that I've heard that maybe you've come across too, that said, the means to the end. Oh crap, the means to the end cannot be separate from the end, something like that. And then a coach many years ago introduced me to the idea that you can't get to love through shame. You can't get to love through hate and rejection and all that. Like, you can't, we think, I was thinking of another example today, like when we have a goal, whether it's financially or business, right? How many of us use the frustration and the anger about our current situation to push us, to motivate us to get to the goal that we have, and we use that anger as a fuel. I've done that many times. It works. But two things: you might not enjoy the journey as much as you're getting there, and then once you get there, you might realize, I like that analogy of like you're climbing a ladder, but eventually when you get to the top, you realize that ladder was placed on the wrong wall, not the wall that you actually wanted. Because I think when we base our actions from that place of fear of, I'm not gonna be able to be financially free, so I need to do whatever it takes to be able to be financially free, right? Or that frustration of, I hate where I am, I just need to get out of here and then I'll figure it out. But we don't put our passion, our heart, the things that we love into consideration for the actions that we take. I've noticed in my own journey, and I noticed for many people, that once you get to that goal, first of all, you'll want another goal, so it never stops. Second of all, you might not enjoy the journey, you might not even enjoy the destination that you thought you would enjoy. So I like that the means to the end cannot be separate from the end. Something, I can't remember what the phrase is like. So like I said, you can't get to self-love through rejecting every freaking thing about yourself that you don't like. You can't get to a point of self-acceptance through a process of rejecting everything. And how many of us use shame or something similar to reach like a weight loss goal or a physical, like aesthetics, how you look kind of goal? And we use that as a fuel, the fact that we don't like how we look and we want to get in better shape. And then when you get to that goal, you might realize that using shame as your fuel, using shame as your motivation, using shame as your approach might not be the most beneficial. So that's what I wanted to invite you to consider today. I just saw the phrase and I wanted to make a video about it. the means to the end cannot be separate from the end. Like the way you get there, the journey you take to get there is very, very important. And as I always say, so that's, in my opinion and experience, the number one key when it comes to self-acceptance, like the place to start to realize, like, wherever I am right now, however I am, everything, like if your life is a fucking mess, just be honest about it. Like I talk all the time about vulnerability, authenticity, like getting incredibly raw, real, authentic about where you are, how you feel, exactly how you feel. I always talk about get real about how you feel if you want to heal, right? Heard it from Candice Van Dale. I love that phrase. I use it all the freaking time because I resonate with it. So when it comes to self-acceptance, starting there, getting extremely real about how you feel, and then the second, realizing that, okay, I don't think I'll get to a point where I can enjoy how I feel about myself. I can enjoy the way I relate to myself, the relationship I have with myself, through hate, through anger, through rejection, through shame. I don't think that's the most beneficial, ideal way to get through it. So just something to consider, some food for thought for today. If you want ideas, tools, exercises on how to get maybe to a place of more self-love in a self-compassionate, loving, gentle, beautiful way, I'll put the link below for the tools that I have. You can check that out. If you still haven't, what the hell are you doing? I'm just kidding. I hope it helped. I really hope this helps. If it did, please give me a thumbs up or something. It really helps out the channel. This is the only way that I can get to these videos to reach more people, help more people, and that's my passion, that's my goal, that's my desire with what I do. That's what really fulfills me at a deep level. So if you could help me out, I would really, really appreciate it. If this resonates, you might want to check out one of these videos that I'll put up here at the end. Have an amazing, amazing day. Thank you so much for watching.